peace and love and perfection throughout all creation. O God, may there be peace and love and perfection throughout all creation. O God, may there be peace and love and perfection.
Peace and love, yeah. Peace and love, yeah. Peace and love, I wish you peace and love. Peace and love, yeah. Peace and love, yeah. Peace and love, I wish you peace and love.
We do hope that you had a pleasant trip with Tall Black Guy Railways. We have enjoyed having you aboard. It is now safe to depart the train. Please make sure that you have collected all of your items before leaving. Thanks again for riding our Tall Black Guy Railway. This is the conclusion of your trip.
heart again. I know it's been real hard since you had your heart broken, but it's time for us to get together and have some love, children, who will grow up and change all this ugly, hateful thing. We know the power of love can overcome, baby, and it's time for a love revolution, 'cause we got to stop all this war. What in the hell are we fighting for? We can't let the enemy divide us. We got to be unified, 'cause we know the power of love can overcome, baby, and it's time for a love revolution, 'cause we got to stop all this war. What in the hell are we fighting for? We can't let the enemy divide us. We got to be unified, and it's so clear to see the ways that we've been broken down. That it's time to be free. We got to turn this ship around, 'cause it's been way too long that we've been holding on to all this fear, distrust, and envy. It's time to get along. No more man versus a woman. No more young against old. No more dependent on another. It's time for us to get our own. 'Cause we know the power of love can overcome, baby, and it's time for a love revolution, 'cause we got to stop all this war. What in the hell are we fighting for? We can't let the enemy divide us. We got to be unified, 'cause we know the power of love can overcome, baby, and it's time for a love revolution, 'cause we got to stop all this war. What in the hell are we fighting for? We can't let the enemy divide us. We got to be unified.
Immortal. Yo. Came out the portal. Immortal. Yo. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets, peep it. I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. Your logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooded, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. That shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating, feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From from the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning. Rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all averages like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G. If you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of sins. The simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul. And if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
Peace, everyone. Welcome in. Please let me know I am being heard. I had to get everything set up. I hope I'm being heard. But yes, welcome in, and we are on Melanin Frequency Vigil with the 52 Acts of Unity. Give thanks, Thought Cedar. Thank you so much. So yeah, we are in the year of divine unity as well, and we do meet each and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays is Seli. So the year of divine unity, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on Earth. The year of divine unity, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on Earth. One more last time, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on Earth. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, so yeah, please join us, and thanks again for coming on in. So with that said, I am Ken 122. I am the white overtone wind. So I am a part of the mimic priesthood. I am one of the priestess initiates of the priesthood. So yes, I empower in order to communicate. Commanding breath, I seal the input of spirit with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of heart. Ashe. So we will go ahead forward and read our mission. Please join me as I read this. So we are melanated immortals making evolutionary changes, and our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin dominant population to establish an everlasting legacy of divine frequency beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. Ashe. So we will get into this energy of this plasma, which we are on. We are on Kin 110 this evening. So we are on the white rhythmic dog. And it is a one of our portal days. But yeah, we are still currently in the red serpent wave spell. And with that, I'm going to read um, this kin, and please join me. We will read this 3 times, and with the last line, we'll leave for the last one and then add that in as well. So, kin 110, the white rhythmic dog. I organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by my own power doubled. You organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. You seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. You are guided by your own power doubled. One last time, and we will add the last line in as well. We organize in order to love, balancing loyalty. We seal the process of heart with the rhythmic tone of equality. We are guided by our own power doubled. I am a galactic activation portal in order to love, balancing loyalty, the process of heart, the tone of equality. Enter me. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe O. So we do have the Destiny Cross here, and if you look on above this for Kin 110, the guide is Kin 110, which is why is our power doubled, and that is the white rhythmic dog. The mental body is Kin 240, which is the yellow rhythmic sun. And then if you look below, that is the emotional body, which is Kin 151. That is the blue galactic monkey. And then over to the right is the physical body for Kin 110. And that is Kin 149. And that is the red rhythmic moon. So collectively, this makes up Kin 110, the white rhythmic dog, which we are on this evening. So Ashe. And then we will get into some of these announcements. So I did want to just give a shout out and just give much love and gratitude to all of you all, the Mimic community. I love you all and everyone who's always hops on to help me out when I'm not available to do the session. So give thanks to anyone and everyone who has came on for that for me. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, so I hope you all are enjoying yourself, this plasma, and getting ready for our new act of unity this evening. I'm a little excited. So now I sound like HP. I'm excited. So I am. But yes, we have these announcements that we will have. It will play twice. So just if you needed to take a moment to write anything down or get any information, please do so. And if you did miss anything while it does play, just indicate in the chat and someone will be able to help you out and get that information over to you as well. So we're going to take a moment just to review all the upcoming events and announcements that's available at the moment. So yes, I'm going to play that and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that was the announcements. I hope you were able to get the information you were needed that was indicated in those. But like I said, if you did miss anything, just let us know in the chat. We'll be able to get that over to you. There was so much information, so many dope sessions coming on up too as well. So um, hopefully you was able to get that. We do have the 52 Acts of Unity. This is the manual. So if you have been joining us in this series or just begin and you still have not gotten this, you need this. This is an ebook. So it's only $33. You can send over the um, cash with the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. So yeah, this is just a great manual to have as we go through these acts of unity. And yeah, so that is available. The Cash App is $Urban Mayat, PayPal.me/Mayat Foundation. Venmo is at Mimic, and then the Zelle is 919-537-2186. So that is available if you still need that. And that is the ebook, so you'll get it right away. And with that said, we are going to get right on into it, right? So a special shout out to Priestess Moot, my aunt. So much love to you just for always being available and just assisting me in so many things as well as I go through my journey. So yeah, and also the Priestess Kali as well. Those are the primes in the priesthood. Um, so we also have High Priestess. We're going to welcome her on in as she comes to share some more of her wisdom with us and continues to guide us through these acts of unity. So yeah, we're gonna, you know, she just spends so much time just pouring into this mission. I just love it, and that is just it just shows so much, you know, through her dedication, her love with the all of us in Mimic. So I'm always truly honored, so honored to just be able to be here and to welcome her onto the stage. So with that, I will do so. So I will yield the mic, and so much love to you all. And with that, I'm gonna play her welcome music and get her on up here. So, with that, much love. Peace to you all.
The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
All right. Greetings, greetings. Am I being heard? All right. I think I am. So welcome everyone again to the Melanin Frequency Vigil. And we are on Active Unity 27, as you have heard. And thank you so much, Ken 122 Star, for coming through and being our hostess, our regular hostess here. And we are definitely very honored to be in her life as she is in ours, and we are just, I'm looking to some big things, because I'm gonna be on it this year. This is her 3rd year in the priestess, so all right, now y'all gonna see some stars up in here, right? So definitely appreciate her and how dedicated she is. Also, priestess move my on there for her Vigil, for all that she does, always keeping the order, always up in there. You can see her. She leave homework everywhere, right? Look at these slides, right? I like to say she makes the outside look like the inside. So we definitely appreciate her and all of you for coming through. I'm very excited, right? Y'all know I stay excited. So yep, let's just keep it going, right? Keep it going. So all right, so where are we here? Let's talk about, though, before we go into our new frequency, the one that we were on the last heptad. Heptad means 7 if you're new, so instead of saying week, like week, right, we say heptad, right? Or the last strong end, how about that, right? We were on frequency wave 26, where we talked about the synergy, the insight and the synergy to be in harmony in nature, the cosmos, and the ancestors at all times. And we had a great presentation by Ken 141, Sister Ya, who walked through some of the things she did. She had some questions about, which ones do we use the most, and, are we familiar with? And so that was a excellent presentation. And so we ended it with, though, this breathing technique that I was exposed to many years ago, probably about 6 years ago now. And the first thing I noticed, and even though it's not taught from necessarily a metaphysical perspective, it is taught from a perspective of, if you can control your breath, right, you can control what your body does and what your body will allow in. It says something about you use it to deal with your immunity and things like that, because literally that technique will have you, if you practice, right, you will see you hold for 30 seconds, then you hold for 60 seconds, and then you hold for a minute and a half. And then they even have an advanced one where you hold for 2 minutes. Now, this is how, you guys experienced maybe some years ago when I was talking about the World Bridger wave spell, and I had us all do an exercise where we held our breath. I mean held it to the point where, you want to inhale, and you tried to think about your problems, right? Somebody you don't like, something you don't like at your job, person, place, or thing. And we saw what happened, right? Very, very difficult to think about those things when you can't hold your breath, right? Those are things, because that's how those are secondaries. Those are conditions. They can come and go, right? As they say, you can't take it with you when you die. But guess what you can take with you? Try to hold your breath and think about your signature, if you know it. Now, if you don't remember it or whatever, but I guarantee you there are going to be certain words that come through, right? If you know you're the yellow sun, that's going to come through. If you know you're the white dog, it's going to come through, right? Or you think about, those type of things. That's the stuff you can take into deathlessness and see the opportunities of, right? So part of that came through me learning this technique, because it was metaphysical, right? It went beyond, hey, I can just hold my breath this long, or go and get in some ice water, or whatever. Nah, it left me with a space, right, where I was like, whoa, when I'm in this space, it's only one thing. I can't think about problems. And then when I came out, when I did have the exhale, it became clear what to do about them. Right. So I highly recommend that if you haven't already done so, this is something that you practice. We did it in our Unity. We meet each and every Saturday in the dawning for our Unity circle. And we metaphysically held hands and we did this breathing technique together. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I want to hear about what you guys did in your Unity groups, either if you did this or something else, right? Or you're catching up on things or whatever, right? So let's hear from you guys what you experienced from the last session to this one, and hear how your Unity groups are going, right? Are y'all still connecting? Are you guys, or you need a refresh, like you need a boost, right? Y'all need to have a date night or something, right? To get back on track. You know how it is, right? We on mission number 26, right? We're right in the middle. Right, we halfway through, and sometimes you be like, yeah, okay, maybe next week, right? No. Y'all need to go on a date night. If your group is not meeting, y'all have a date night. Do a movie night, like you can do on you can get on Netflix, and they have a thing where you can share. Everybody watches the same movie at the same time. Do something fun to kind of recalibrate your group, get your group together. I think we might want to do that for the priesthood, right? Because we, some dwindling going on. It happens even with us in the priesthood, right? Because we were preparing for the open house and we were doing this and we were doing that. So, if you find that unity is not connecting, let me put the link in here. If you see that, you need to go and come back together again as a group, do something like that, and regenerate your group, right? Do a date night. All right, I just put the link in there, and okay, I see you 122. We gonna do it. Let's make it happen. Well, she on it, because she didn't listen. 122, she done took over the Unity thing. She is on it, and I'm glad. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Yes. So come through and share. It can be anything, but from your Unity partners, it can be from the frequency itself. Right? All right, y'all coming? Anybody coming through? All right. Right. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, we got Priestess Moot. All right, I yield the mic.
See, y'all done did it. Y'all done did it. Did they get yeah, they got it in the chat. Okay, so when it comes to that breath, when I tell you that breath work was work, that was serious work. But what amazed me most of all, and being that, you know, what they say is I deal with asthma, right? And yeah, I've been doing my breath work. Y'all know that's one of my passions, is doing the breath work exercises, but I'm doing it more for my own healing as well as sharing that with you all. But that right there, that the Wim Hof, ooh, oh, I never tried nothing like that before. And I thought I had it going on because I used to swim, and holding my breath under the water was one of those things that was no issue for me. But that right there was something different. I realized that when I closed my eyes at the times that I had to hold my breath, okay? It became easier to to extend, the time, because my at first the 30-second was like a 20-second hold, and then the 45-second was a 30-second hold, and the minute was a 45-second. But the more I did it, the more my lungs and my heart rate and my stress levels and everything balanced out. It was like amazing. And my sleeping definitely was better as a result of it. So that exercise in and of itself, and I watched some of his videos to see how he dunked himself and was able to control his body temperature by doing that breath work, in the cold ice Arctic water and everything. And I said, whoa, he was able to keep himself alive in the freezing cold below, you name it, temperature levels, only in swim trunks, out there, and still survive. So if, to see that and to see where I am internally, where I'm doing my breath work so I don't have to take any kind of chemical meds and everything, and I'm using my sea moss and all of that. But it's one thing to have the supplements, but it's another thing to have the natural power within, with each breath that we take. So I just give thanks for that presentation. I give thanks for being able to have all four of the areas that we focus on with nature, cosmos, source, and our ancestors, and being able to connect through our breath, because that's where I believe my strength lied more than anything, along with having the wind in the house with me too. So thank you very much for being my house guest during that heptad too. Peace and love.
All right, all right. Yes, yes. And it was definitely she got the house where you just go in there and, get all wrapped up and be sleeping and just, vibing in there. Then I have a cat. Apparently, I've never had a pet in my life. And the first time I came and stayed at Priestess Moo's house, her cat Summer just came. I was just putting my bags down in the room, and she came and climbed up on the bed and sat in laid her head in my lap and just licked my hand. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, I like cats. So I'm a cat person. All right. So yes, so that was a wonderful surprise. All right, all right. I see Moon Goddess says, here, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See. This is what Moon Goddess said. She said it was a bit challenging. However, she got insights moments after and felt connections with the ancestors, and it was mentally enhancing. So I know, listen, I get it. Don't look at the aesthetics of the person who's doing it. There actually is an African tribe, right? And you got Eskimos and all of that up in there. They do it too. He's just the modern brain, right? We've been programmed. So what he's doing is showing us how to come out of the program into, that's why it's connected to this frequency, this natural synergy that we have with the cosmos and nature and the ancestors. A lot of it came in the breath. One of the times I did it, I was so comfortable holding my breath, right? I think I was going for the 2 minute, right? And I was so comfortable holding my breath and going into this other space that my ego got scared, was like, girl, you ain't supposed to be holding your breath for that long. And I was like, because it's like, wait a minute, hold on. It was the ego, the brain. They were all like, listen, you ain't supposed to be holding your breath like that. And so sometimes, that's why you have to practice. So if you haven't done it, definitely, do it. It's not a regular breathing thing, right? So if you kind of passed over it, definitely check it out. All right, I don't see anybody else coming into the space. So I'm going to, let's going once, going twice, right? I am going to oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Peace. Peace, fam. Am I being heard?
Yes, you are.
Let me see what's happening here. Oh, okay, good. My volume is a little low. Peace, everybody. I'm Ken 221, Cedar. Just want to comment on what we're talking about here. Now, I got a message participating in a sigil uh, at our priesthood gathering to hold your breath, because during my part in it, that's the message that I got. Now, in the late 90s, maybe 98, 97, an angel brought me, a friend of the family, but he's angelic, brought me some VHS tapes. And one of the tapes was these strange, with some strange looking white people, and they're very slim. And what they were doing was this exercise. And what they would do is they would push all the air out of their body, all of it, until you like made a sound. And then they would do a certain stretch. Like they would make a face, like stick their tongue all the way out, right? And that was supposed to burn the fat in your face, in that area, right? Or they would stick their, the bottom, their jaw all the way out, their bottom teeth all the way out, and that would burn fat in your neck. Or they would stretch all the way, to the right, and that was supposed to burn the fat, your love handles on the right side. Then they would do it to the left side. But the key was to push all the air out of your body, right? And when all the air is out of your body, it starts a fire and it burns fat, right? And those who are getting to know me and who know me know that over time I started thinking, well, if it could burn fat, what else can it burn? It probably could burn up parasites. It probably could burn up cancer. It probably could burn up, all kind of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I never, got too much more into it until now that I'm thinking about it from this assignment, this recent assignment that we've been given to do it. And I just want to say that I have practiced it some. And I'll tell us this, that if you hold your breath, the only thing you're going to lose is consciousness, right? I mean, you're going to pass out and lose consciousness. And then as soon as you lose consciousness, then you'll start breathing again, right? That's scary. You're not going to lose your life. Your ego is going to tell you that you're going to die, right? But breath is consciousness, because when you hold your breath, that's what you lose. The assignment that we were given a few months back, to hold your breath and to see if you can, what you can think about. My mind just like drew a blank. I couldn't think about my problems. I couldn't think about much other than basically just drew a blank. So, it's great value and great power in it. And yeah, I give thanks. I'll leave it to somebody else to be able to share. Give thanks.
Ashe. Ashe. That's a great example. That's it right there. Yeah. And that's that technique that you were talking about from that you experienced back in the day. This is very similar. Sounds like it's the same thing, because that's what happens is all of the air comes out of your body. But yeah, That's dope. And I like how, that blank. That's the first thing that happened to me when I first used this technique. I went blank. I couldn't think about nothing. And it wasn't even, I tried to think about stuff and I could not. That was what was really, really dope about it. But it gave a sense of clarity. So definitely recommend it. I thank you for sharing that. I see Happy Spirit Video. She says they're breatharians. I know one. Yep. He don't eat, he don't drink, he don't do nothing. His name is Aton. Or I know of one. I'm gonna say I don't know him personally. My really good friends, they have him come and do presentations, and yeah, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, Ken 226. Yeah, got you. Yeah, so that's what's up. All right, so thank you all for your sharing, and definitely, like I said, if you need that reboot with your Unity partners, go on ahead and do that movie night and get everybody back connected and unified. That's a great way to unify folks. Once we kind of fall off and get into our thing, we're halfway through. This is a phenomenal. We need to go back and remember why we came together in the first place, right? This is the year of divine unity, and to be in that connection, right? To go through 52 acts of divine unity. Now, if you just got here, that's fine. No problem. Go ahead, and if you need a unity group, just put it in the chat, let us know, or email us at admin@melaninimmortals.com. We'll make sure we put you in a unity group. They and they're doing all kinds of things, right? I've been hearing about the different unity groups and what they're doing. The 52 acts in the journal, like what you see on the right hand side, that's a page from the journal. These are recommendations, right? And this is something that sometimes the unity groups go directly by what's in the journal, and sometimes it's modified, right? So let's go into it. I'm excited. Oh, thank you for the reflections, right? We're supposed to be on that page. All right. So let's go into where we are on this session. And we are on frequency wave 27. Now, originally, I was going to have my godmother come in. I have two godmothers who I learned from, right? We do have a unity act in here where we make sure that see what happens a lot of times, everybody got trained from somebody, right? Or you picked up little bits and pieces of things from, even you may have gotten trained by your ancestors, right? And then you also may have heard that, your ancestors connected you to this person, that person, this group, that organization, this book, that book, right? Right. So it does not take away. We're not in deficit by making sure that we honor and we speak of those who were there, that either trained us directly, supported, or inspired what we were doing. So I was going to have my godmother come on and talk about this subject, but we're gonna have her come through. That's Mama Nyame. I have another godmother who she's not so much of, and she was my first godmother. She's the one who named me Ma'at. She's the first one, Ma'at and Makaru, and I didn't know what the name meant. But she divined on it, and she said, "That's you." I was like, okay, so, and she taught me a lot about divine femininity, just in who she is. And that is Nuket. And with her, she prefers, if you ask, she likes to do the Q&A, just ask her questions. She doesn't do a whole presentation. She wants the Q&A. But yes, I learned a lot about it just by watching her throughout. This is now almost 20 years, right? In her embodiment. And it's interesting that her embodiment is in the Kemetic system of the mother, the cosmic mother, which is Nit, N-I-T, or it may be spelled Nieth, right? And she's the one that they say wove together the universe. And so that's interesting. that was a lot of my early training. That's where it came from, right? So our frequency here is we focus on the importance and potency of the melanin dominant woman and forever keeping her elevated. We focus on the importance and potency of the melanin dominant woman and forever keeping her elevated. We focus on the importance and potency of the melanin dominant woman and forever keeping her elevated. Ashe, ashe, and ashe, oh. And so with this, and just so y'all know, right, what the next one is going to be. The next frequency is going to be all about the melanin dominant man, right? So be all right with it, right? This is the thing. I was just on the show with Arisha Stone, and shout out to Arisha Stone. I was on the show with Arisha Stone, OJ Yemi, and Dr. Kia Pruitt, I believe that's her last name. And we talked about this subject. We talked about the role of the divine feminine or the matriarch. Where does she fit, right? And for so long, we know, and especially in the matriarch coming in the form of a melanin dominant woman, that has been shut down for years and years and years and years and years upon years, right? A long time. And sometimes it's very difficult to find information about it. Now, I'm going to ask this question, and some of y'all, I don't want you answering the question, right? Because you heard me do this before. Right? So you already know, don't answer. Don't. If you've heard me do this before, where I asked the question about name a supreme being that is female in any cosmology. Supreme being. Go ahead and put it in the chat. And y'all know who y'all are. I ain't got to tell you. If you already heard me do this, right? Y'all just put it in the chat. Supreme being. That's female. Do 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 do. Come on, 226. I love it. Oh, come on, OJMA. Okay. Oh, dude. Mm-hmm. A lot of folks don't know, right? That's in the Yoruba. A lot of I don't know about Kali being a supreme being. Okay. Okay. I think Durga. I don't know that one as much. Let's see. So okay, come on. Mommy Wata. Now, when I'm saying supreme being, what do I mean by supreme being? Oh, come on, God Daniels. Come on. Love it. I love it. I love these answers. Ooh, I love them. I love it. You know, let me tell you, I love this so much because I've been asking this. I've been doing this for years, almost in double digits. And I remember the first time I asked these questions, because this shows evolution, right? The first time I asked these questions, I wasn't getting these answers. Right? Especially not my mother or me, right? I wasn't getting those questions. I wasn't getting those questions answered like that. Right? What do I mean when I'm talking about supreme being? Right? I'm talking about, and not that any other version of the mother is less than, right? That's not why I'm saying this. So follow me while I'm saying supreme being, right? One that when I say supreme being or supreme creator, they have no beginning. They are uncreated. They don't have no father and no mother, right? They're endless. They have no beginning and no end. That's what I mean. Right. So a lot of the, I was getting the Oshuns, I was getting, and like no disrespect, I was getting Aset, even Newt. I got Newt, but Newt got a mama and a daddy. Right? It's just that formation of the creator, right, is for a specific thing. I'm saying the ones that said, I'm saying even beyond let there be light. They're the ones that created the ones that created the ones that created the ones that say let there be light. Let that sit with you for a moment. So the primordials, right? In the Kemetic, right? Yeah, noon, right? The primordial. Well, that's the womb. The noon is the womb, right? The Nebit, you know how you there? Who's heard of Nebit? I say Nebit. Nebit Tetcher, right? Now sometimes they just say Neb because Neb, N-E-B, yep, like Neb Taharka, it means Lord, right? Nebit, right? With the T sound, which is that little, they say it's the womb. Some people say it looks like a half a loaf of bread. I'm like, ain't no half a loaf of bread. That's the womb. Okay. That makes that T sound when you're looking at the Kemetic, right? That indicates female. And a lot of the names are androgynous, like Olu, Du, Mare, right? A lot of times that name in the Yoruba is considered male. But we saw what OJ Yemi put in there. She put in the Odu, right? It's female, right? Yep. The Iami, come on. The 13 grandmothers. I'm loving this, right? So, let's say if we do the Kemetic, right? When we do the Kemetic system, we hear about, like, we know, I always make this joke, like, because I'm a Kemetic priestess, right? So, we know about Ra. We know he be on a boat. We know who on the boat with him, and he got to fight. The name is not coming to me. We know it, and he got to fight every night to bring up the sun and all of that stuff, right? Who knows the story of Ra'et? Right? See, some of the stories we don't even know. No, it's not said. It's not said that he fights. Not Ra. What's it? It's the it'll come to me. Um and so when we're talking about Ra'et, what's her story? So we don't know a lot of those stories. No, oh, that's not it. It'll come to me. And I can see it. I can see the picture. So, but and Ra got a song and everything. So some of these things you have to, when you, the reason I'm bringing all of this out, right? The reason I'm bringing all of this out is because even though we may have their names available, some of the stories are, you don't wear the stories, right? So when you think about a lot of those stories, the reason I'm saying this, right? The reason I'm saying this is because when we get into the mind, right? It's just like what Malcolm X was saying about when you close your eyes and you think of God and you see a white man, what does that do subconsciously, right? So we learn now to close our eyes and see a black man or a black God that's male. Now, here's the thing. Here we go. Here's the thing. For those of us from source, from creation, that took on the formation of the divine feminine, will we be able to fully express all of the attributes of the divine feminine if, when we close our eyes, we see our sons, we see the ones that we have to birth? We birth the male and the female, and we see our supreme being what we birth. Now I know that's hidden up against all the programming. And there's two different functions, right? There's two different functions for male and female. It's like you see it in nature, right? Right now, the female trees are not, or flowers or whatever. I think it's the trees, right? This is tree pollen. They're not the ones putting out the pollen, right? So that's a different function. Are the female trees mad because, you know what I'm saying? Like, so because of the combat consciousness, the conflict consciousness, right? Those things then they trigger that conflict. They don't have to be, because there's a different role and a different function for the divine feminine. So part of this shifting this consciousness, putting out this frequency, is to also put in the minds of us all, right? Even if it's to, if you have the black male God, you got that down, put a black female supreme being, right? That does the same thing that we do here. We create gods and goddesses. We create them. They have to come through our womb. It ain't no way around it. It doesn't lessen. That's not something that now it's a up or down, high or low, bigger or better. No, it's a function and a role. And so when we close our eyes, we need to see her in our image, or as our image, or we are in the image as her. Why are we doing that? Because then it begins to activate all of the functions that cannot be, that are deactivated. or dormant, because they're not used in the formation of the male body. Right? What happens if we truly are able to operate these universes that we carry? We teach this in the womb evolution technique. We done mapped out the whole dang cosmos in the female body and the activities. Right? The 3 stages that we go through, from when we first have a menstrual cycle to when we're in our mother mode, and then when we are so-called that premenopausal, postmenopausal, menopausal period, right? And what that really is. And there's great power in all of them. And we truly operate that like that. Not in deficit, not in conflict, and not in competition, because it's unnecessary. We need to use everything we have, right? Everything. You know, when I say the women are creators and the men are gods. They move things in this universe. And we'll talk about this on the next one. We're elevating the divine feminine right now, right? I'm gonna talk about that male role on the next one. But if you haven't accepted yourself in the image of her, and even I know many of the men, they are all right with that too. Like, man, please. I like Guy, how he's talking about his mother. I remember I did his reading, and that's one of the things he said to me. He said, my mother is I remember the exact words, but it's almost similar to what he said here. She's a divine being. Who wouldn't want to come from that? And who wouldn't want their children to come from a woman who knows who she is? And she is not in conflict nor in competition. That is a program. It is a condition. The sooner we get rid of that, then we're operating in this space a little differently. Again, I say this all the time. You don't have to believe me. Just look at nature. Do the, I don't know what you call a woman deer, but the bucks around mating season, they over there fighting. They bumping up antlers and all of that stuff. What are the women doing? Over there eating grass and leaves and looking at them like, okay. But they don't get in on that, and they don't fight each other, right? Any species, they do not fight each other, except I know there are a few species where the female will eat the male after mating. Okay, but generally speaking, I thought the doe was the baby. But generally speaking, right? The same species, they do not fight each other. The male does what the male does, and the female does what the female does. I don't think we know. This is my perspective fully yet what the divine feminine does, or what in the physical image on earth. I don't think we totally know yet, because it's been suppressed. I know if I say this in certain circles, I get run out the room. Right? How dare you? I'm disrespecting the Almighty God that's a male. Why is it that it's all of this, the female energy is hidden? Right? But what if there is no conflict? What if the you know what if there is an almighty God that's male? And there's a mother creator that's almighty and they don't fight each other because they don't need to. They don't have the personalities and egos that this world gives them. Everybody got a role in the function. Right? Here, and again, like I said, we teach that. Oh, okay, female is a fault. Got it. We teach that in our womb evolution technique. We show you how we all come in here. And then we also talk about the male. Right? It's just a function in the role, not a competition. So as we're talking about the importance and potency of the melanin dominant woman and forever keeping her elevated, why? There was a time, again, this is not about this war that we've been in for 2026 years, where it makes a difference. But as we all know, right, there was a time where everybody looked the same. And what we're seeing now are just different variations of that which came from those who were melanated. Right? Now, what does that mean? Right? Because that ain't how it is now, right? We have various characteristics. We have various distinctions within that role. However, if you're still carrying that, right, what that means is that you have the full spectrum of light. You have the full embodiment. Now, what can you do with that? We're not talking about now. Again, we're not talking about that in the aspect of war. How can we use that for the betterment of this whole planet and everything on it? You know, I thought about this before. Maybe, like, you know, they say vicious animals and then insects that bite you and suck your blood and all of that stuff. I said, you know what? What if the consciousness changes? I bet the animals change too. I bet the plants change. I bet they evolve. You know, some of us have had dreams and visions of, yes, definitely. They already showed the videos of trees moving and talking, right? We know they talk telepathically or whatever, but I'm saying just full out, right? Animals speaking, talking in whatever language is a shared language on the planet. Like we've seen these things, right? So when we shift, everything shifts. What if what we birth comes that way too? And everything that is birthed through a womb. So as we attune our frequencies in our womb systems, we have the full spectrum. We got everything that's on the planet. Right? So our frequency, our consciousness will also affect the wombs, the eggs, even those that lay eggs, right? Of all of the females on the planet, in the cosmos, in the earth, in the known and the unknown. And it starts to shift everything, including thought forms. So this is why I tell the men, hey, if you got a partner, a wife, a spouse, whoever, if I were you, oh yeah, I wouldn't try to keep her aligned with, you know, a linear type thing. She needs to be in that unknown, right? What they call chaos, but it's not chaos and disarray, because the creators create from matter, raw matter, and then they make that matter, right? Yep. Ashay. Yeah, I see you, Guy. Yeah, that's the only time you'll see the female fight a male is in the animal kingdom, right? Is when they come and they attack the babies. They'll usually attack the male, sometimes get him away, right? If he start messing with the babies. Yeah. So, but just think about that. Just think about what happens when we really turn our full frequency on. And we keep her elevated. Why? Because it ain't no conflict. Those of us, divine feminine, you're not, you know, we relationship or not, you elevate, right? Because you're not in deficit. This is why you close your eyes and you see a creator, supreme being that looks like you. In a female form. Right? Start talking to her or them or they, right? You know, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? See what happens. Yeah, it might be a little scary at first because we're not, you know, with this we're told not to do that. Like those are witches. This is a frequency that needs to be turned on. This world is changing. As we know, everybody knows this. I'm not telling anybody on here anything new. Right? You already know this. The feminine frequency needs to be turned up. You are not in deficit. You are not fighting the male. You ain't fighting nobody. You don't have to. It is a divine function that was given to you. Whether you still carry a womb or not, that frequency is still there. So for our act of unity, right? Let's find some. If you saw some of these names in here, right? Let's find a supreme being that you don't know of. And maybe this is something that you want to share in your groups. Now, if you have the journal, there is a link, as you see, there's a link here in the journal. You just click on it. It's a hot link. And it has a list. It's a PDF. You know, that's somewhere to get you started. Right. And I think I have in there, they're not, the majority of them are Kemetic, but there are, there's some Akan, Yoruba, of course, Vudan in there, some names, but find some others. Right. And study it, study the energy, find something. Yeah. So I would say, Guy, he said, what can men do to understand the same thing? Get your journal and click on that link and do the same thing. It's not limited to the women, because next week we're going to be talking about the men. Right. But find one, though, that resonates with you. Right. And try to find something like we ain't never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? And really, really, you know, see what sits with you, and see if you can find the story, of that particular one. And let's just bring that back to let's bring that back to this session on the next time, right? And we can just share them within your unity groups, and then come back and discuss that. Right now, here's another part, right? And like I said select 3, but just see what resonates with you, right? And then it says connect these attributes to women that you know. Right? If you already have identified these types of attributes within you, right? Don't put it on you, right? Come on, man. Like, that's like me going and let me find out about my aunt. Ooh. Right? No. I'm not gonna. Come on, man. Come on, Mike. We're not gonna do that, right? So I would find somebody else, probably not even comedic. I've already found one that's not comedic, right? And I want to look into that a little bit more, right? The name is a pep. That's what I was looking for. It's a pep. Ra fights a pep every night, right? So so find these attributes to other women that you know, right? You can even do it, like, have fun with it. Find a woman that you know that's a warrior, right? Because see, divine femininity is not just, the one that sits on clouds with butterflies and hummingbirds, right? That's one, right? But we saw Alcione put in Kali in here, right? No, come on, man. Who do we, find a warrior woman, find a nurturing woman, find a highly intelligent woman, or engineer, somebody who makes things, or earth mother, something. Find those categories. Really, really dig in, right? We just, in the priesthood, this is something I didn't even announce before. I meant to announce it. We just had a coronation for a queen mother for our priesthood, but really a mimic and many others, right? That's Mama Tahita, Ken 25, who shows us a lot of these, right? Sometimes she is the one that's sitting on the cloud with the, with the hummingbirds and bubbles or something, hula hooping, right? She got a little bit of warrior spirit in her. She's a nurturer. She has a lot of these qualities, right? And for years, she has already been playing the role of our queen mother. And so we just coordinated her during our spring equinox. So y'all shout her out. Y'all know it. She be doing it, right? And then we had brother Moon, who made her this beautiful, beautiful ankh. We'll get some pictures and we'll put them. We'll show the pictures of the ankh. He's at Temple of Soul, if y'all are interested in what he does. And so yes, we just crowned her. And so you may want to acknowledge also a mother that has been amongst you that fits into these roles and these categories, and she may not know. Right? So in group discussion, share your insights, and like we said, acknowledge this with your unity partners. You might want to have a session, right, where you with those attributes, right, you the one that stands out the most, you may want to attribute that to the different members in your unity group, right? So yeah, yes. So I'm so excited about this, but definitely let's make this not just something that we just got some information about, that we intend to do. Even if you already have knowledge of this, right? Take it to the next level. Intend to activate what still lies dormant. Even if you think you already got it all, right? You've done so much. Look, I'm one of them people. I have my hand up. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm one of them. I used to be. I used to be. I cannot claim that now. Right? What I know is I don't really know that much no more. So I know that there's more to come. So even with all that you know, right? Put it to the side for a second and say, what else can I learn about this? What else can I activate? How much more can I be? And not just in my head, right? How can I bring that heaven onto earth and share, right? Put that in with the unification of us all, or the universe of us all, right? So it's activated, not for glorification, but for activation of this shift that we're going in. Take that on, right? Take that on and take it to the next level. All right. All right. Ooh, okay. I'm looking at these comments. All right, I got you. 226. We got you. All right. So it definitely has been my honor and my pleasure. Love y'all. I'm looking forward to doing the session on the next plaza. I may have a special guest if I get my stuff together in time, so we can introduce the same, or a frequency that also elevates the melanin dominant male, right? So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all of them. Okay, so it definitely has been my honor, my pleasure. I love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Hotep.
All right now. I know y'all got all them nuggets, feminine, divine, Ashe, as well as divine masculine. I know y'all got all those nuggets this evening because, every single year we go through these 52 melanin frequency waves. You're always going to be elevated in one way or another. You won't ever hear high priestess bring that like ever, never before. It's just going to be more on top of more of you evolving into who, who we are, Ashe. So give thanks to you, High Priestess. Give thanks to you, Star Can 122, for your dedication and commitment to hosting this session. We did miss you last Heptad, but I did have fun filling in for you. In and of the same, we did have an amazing time. Thank you so much, Yah, for bringing us the presentation last Heptad on the Wim Hof and on our connections to our ancestors and the nature and cosmos and stores. And yeah, let's get prepared, y'all. Find yourselves in a very comfortable position as we begin to close out our session. Begin to, hey, you can do the Wim Hof breaths, or you can just breathe on purpose. But we want you to make sure you set your calendars and your alarms to join us next Sunday, which is Sealy at 6 p.m. Eastern, here in this space for our Melanin Frequency Vigil, as we bring in our 52 Acts of Unity, numbers 28. Okay. Definitely know that we have been transmitting since the fall equinox of 2019, and there's never a year ever like the year prior. So make sure you continue to join us to evolve in this year of divine unity. And our frequency statement is we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. To find out more, make sure you visit melanatedimmortals.com. We also ask that you continue to give back to the community, give back to the tribe, give back to the mission of Mimic. $5 or more every heptide definitely takes us further on to thriving on this platform. Please do not cash app to $Urban Ma'at this at this moment in time. Use Venmo, $, Mimic, or PayPal.me/Ma'at Foundation. And those contributions, if you don't mind, note exactly what you want them to be attributed to for bookkeeping purposes. And if you choose to, you can also give to our youth because we do intend on giving them an amazing summer camp this year. So hopefully you have found yourselves in that comfy position. We are going to close out our session right now. Hold yourselves attentive for the remainder.
We are spreading the word about an energy vigil dedicated to the betterment of melanin dominant people worldwide. It is called Melanin Emerging Collective Consciousness Alignment. As you know, there are groups across the world that pray and meditate for global peace and love. Though this has benefited the world, it is obvious that more is needed to dissolve the systematic and individual oppression of melanin dominant people worldwide. Our collective is transmitting frequencies right now. Each week, a different melanin dominant group is accountable for generating and holding the frequency. We began transmitting on fall equinox 2019. To find out more or get involved in this movement, check out our website at www.melaninfrequency.org.
Swimming through the waves of truth and lies, seeking the patience to be still and ride the ebbs and flows away inside, carry me through the womb. I lie awake but sleep. I lie awake but sleep. That's why I'm starting to figure out how to change my ways. Starting to figure out how to spend my day. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. I am the creator, navigating every part of my mind. Seeking to impress the shadows in my mind. Knowing all is mental and it's all divine. Everything's connected, everything's aligned. The words of my creation, it was all designed to realign. It really need to free our mind. And notice every second we were all assigned to reach a better overstanding in our time. Said I'm starting to figure out how to change my ways. Starting to figure out how to spend my day. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. There's spiritual warfare going on. You see my mind glows, and any second that I see the light, my eye flows into the depths of my reality. There I go, drowning my thoughts and in my faces with my eyes closed. That's when I know the scars that I grow can only keep on getting bigger as the time flows. So I gotta seek and counsel in the most I know to help me fight the enemy that wants to stop the growth. Yeah, these scars are made by me, igniting naturally in this realm. I can be anything I wanna be. Through the most high, I will reach the highest frequency. So I gotta pick my feet. The time is now. Start to figure out how to change my ways. Start to figure out how to spend my days. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Focus on the body, mind, heart, and soul. Raising my vibrations everywhere I go. No, I'm not the body or the mind, I'm soul. Said I'm starting to figure out how to change my ways. Start to figure out how to spend my days. Create the frequency that I seek to live in. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Start to figure out how to change the pain. Allow the sunshine in and erase the rain. In any situations, not a loss, it's a gain. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. An eternal soul wandering in the realm of the physical nature as you take birth again and again in search of true happiness and peace. This is the origin of duality in a world of time-space. The ego is like a blanket of dust which has settled on a piece of glass and obstructs the light from passing through. But the soul is in reality pure, which is the truest and highest frequency.